at home on UAG Sport TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is our third live stream of the season. We've already seen Gloucester sadly fall to defeat to both Hertfordshire and Cardiff this season. Two excellent games, that 2 hours of knowledge of netball that I've learnt so far. And a timeout for the goal attack, just to swap her position on her jersey there. It has fallen off about 3 times already in the first opening 10 minutes of this first quarter. As Gloss force a overturn there. Alice Patterson, who's waited patiently in the first team. She's been on the bench a few times, floating around. Has come on and looked excellent so far in her small cameo in this first quarter. Gloss having to remember 4 to 16 down now, with just under 5 minutes of the first quarter to play. Missing their 2 Talers girls in the squad. Jane Taylor obviously not been playing for the past few matches, as well as Millie Pittaway out of the squad. So constant reshuffling definitely won't be helping Gloucestershire so far, but it just proves the skills of how well they can adapt and improvise during game. As Exeter add a 18th, I believe. Sorry, that was the 17th. Another miss there for Gloss. Been ruining a few of these misses so far, but with the score already stretched to a 13-point lead, maybe realism has come into it, especially after 2 weeks ago a 78-12 loss. Ball being given there to Gloss. The bench trying to rile them up. Goal attack there, getting a bit feisty there for Exeter. That was Catherine Lawrence giving a shoulder. Shoulder to Kia Hunter there, but win the ball back. Penalty against Exeter, and Tia Davies excellently in the air catches and isn't able to finish it, and the ball is up in the air, but the Gloss don't capitalise on the miss. Something they were excellent at in the past few weeks is that when they do miss, not many rebounds are missed afterwards, but so far we have seen a few go astray. Straight from the start, giving the ball away, but regaining it on the far sideline. Excellent work there by Jess Knock to keep the ball into play. And Alice Patterson to back out. Tia Davies lines up the shot. It's short. 2 minutes here of the first quarter remaining. Is currently Gloss 4, Exeter 19. 15-point lead could be stretched here, as under the basket is Liv Gunn, who has been excellent so far in this first quarter. She has missed a few and been troubled a bit by Lucy Kirby, but I think the quality of this Exeter side is just a little bit too much for Gloss, especially in this first quarter so far. Liv Gunn under the basket once again. (21-4) with a minute and a half of the quarter left, and the ball's gone out, and that's to Exeter. Excellent transition there from Exeter to get from their own third into the attacking third, get to Liv Gunn straight away, and another basket there. less than a minute now. We have seen some excellent attacking play of the 3 oppositions we've had. Imogen was excellent for Cardiff. Can't remember her last name, I'm afraid. But we have come up against some excellent goal shooters. Not to say that Gloucester definitely don't have them. We have Tia Davies, who's an unbelievable player. That's another basket for Exeter. They lost a bit of control of this around the middle of the quarter, but have regained it towards the end. Have been very strong. Gloss haven't been able to capitalise on the pressure that they put on during their few minutes of domination. 10 seconds off this quarter left. It's not been the best quarter for Gloss. We can clearly see that with the score being 4-25. And the buzzer goes to the end. Signal the end of the first quarter is UOG 4, Exeter Uni 25. A 21 point lead for Exeter. Sorry. Seeing at the middle of the quarter, it's only a short break, so how much can be said to change the outlook of this match, which may be already looking a bit out of reach for Gloss, but never say never. I will run you through some of Gloss's matches this season. Obviously 0 wins on the board. A heavy loss to Exeter 2 weeks ago. Week 7 was a 37-72 loss here at Oxals to Cardiff. Again, still their closest match of the season was a 30-53 loss to Cardiff Met, who today, obviously as it is the Welsh Capital Derby, it's a massive game in the Premier Southern Division as Cardiff play Cardiff Met, both on 7 points. There's a bit of a swing there for goals scored though, as Cardiff University have 382 points scored, Cardiff Met only 345, so it's going to have to be a decent swing in the win for Cardiff Met. It might not be a perfect score, but spirits are definitely high in this Gloss camp. I think they know that they're probably going to be outclassed by this Exeter team. Unbelievable uni Exeter with the amount of sports and the high level of sports that they do. But it's good to see spirits always high. This Gloss team have got an unbelievable mentality. Having been beat in every game so far this season, they're looking to go the same way as well. Today, a bit of a change of court as well. We normally have our cameras facing the scoreboard that currently reads 4:25. The time does go up very, very slowly on this scoreboard. Currently only on 2 minutes 18, 13 minutes left to go up to for the start of the second quarter, as we have seen a few Vikings walk in to Oxtall's arena. I don't know who they're supporting, but the sheepskin, they look that they have very warm legs, to be fair to them. Leg warmers are definitely what is needed today. I've been wearing 3 pairs of socks every day in the snow. Haven't been working at all. But again, thank you to everyone that's come out to Oxford today to celebrate. It's unbelievably treacherous conditions. I think I slipped over 3 times on my way here today, and last night was even worse on my way to football. I think I went down about 5 times in public, which is never good to see. Especially for all the bruises that I got last night, and let me tell you, they do still hurt. Normally I would throw over to Ollie, who would have some unbelievable and excellent analysis of that first quarter. Again, he's not here, he's spending time with family for Christmas. But we are the hardcore currently at the game. Fair play to the girls. This is the final Bucks game, obviously before Christmas, as Christmas is next Sunday. Battle cry there for Gloss. For a reminder, we start the second quarter with the score at 4:25 to Exeter. Again, as I say, Ollie is normally the man who sorts out substitutions for the opposition team, but if they have made a change, I do apologise. Seemingly none in goal shooter or goal attack. Exit defending there for Gloss, who can quickly break now. But Exeter win it back cleverly. I believe it's now HV playing in goal defence for Exeter. I think that was one of the changes that's been made. There's been a change for Gloucester as well. If you're clever enough to spot that one out, good for you. I haven't been able to. Out of a tight situation there for Gloss, but sadly the ball is lost towards Exeter. 2 minutes of this, sorry, a minute of this second quarter gone. No score so far. Strong defence there by Gloucester twice in this opening minute. Sadly their attacks on the break haven't been able to go through anything. A lot of room there for the wing attack in the middle of the court. Excellent defending there. Sadly, Alice Patterson not being able to get the ball. Sorry, it wasn't Alice Patterson. My mistake. Ball not being able to find Tia Davies up in goal shoot. This could be the first points of the second quarter, and it has gone to Liv Gunn again. Starts off the second quarter a bit slower than she did the first, but another one to her tally today. And Exeter now trying to make a quick double. Bit of contact for a free shot under the basket, but they still go to Liv Gunn for the guaranteed point there. Excellent defending there by Gloss again. To be fair, this second quarter they've come out and defended well, and in the first quarter, to be fair, I think 25 points against them was a bit unfair. 3 already in the opening 3 minutes of this second quarter, but we have had some control of the first quarter, and hopefully we can get a bit of control in this second quarter now. There's contacts given there against Lisa Kirby, but I don't think so. I think it's a bit harsh. As Liv Gunn again does what she's done so far in the opening quarter and a bit. As I said earlier, Exeter are an unbelievable team. They are currently third in the division, but having played one game less than Hertfordshire. They have got 15 points, so that's 5 wins out of 7 matches. So the 2 losses coming against both Bath, who have won all 9 of their games this season, so shouldn't have any complaints about that. They've been excellent so far this year, again with their slightly delayed season, having missed a few matches and a few weeks. But when they have got up and running, they have been excellent. And I think what we've seen in the opening 20-odd minutes here is proof that they're one of the best teams in this division easily, and possibly even the country, really. Up and down year for Gloucester, really. Towards the end of the season, towards the end of this year, coming into the new academic year, it's not been the best with what could end up being 9 losses in a row. But I think the big thing is that in a few months' time we have got varsity against Worcestershire, which we did win dramatically in the spring this year. Possibly a bit more important than a Bucks fixture of this capacity, where we are playing against an unbelievable university. Just going to bring a few good memories back at the end of the year. Bucks sort of the varsity win. Obviously, it went down to the last day. We look at the trampolining and the cheerleading to get us points. And happily, we pulled through with a slight win on the last day of varsity. We had a decent lead as well. Fair play to Worcester for pulling it back over there. And I think the cricket was a very tight match as well, going down to a last wicket stand for Gloss, but couldn't pull the rabbit out of the hat after 4 wickets and 4 balls in that game. But here, Gloss get their first point of the quarter, back on the scoreboard there. Bit of belief, bit of confidence, can do a lot to this team. We saw that in the first quarter with 9.5 minutes of the second quarter to go. It's currently 5:34 to Exeter, the lead 29. Moving up to 30 now. I think something that we've seen a lot different in the past in this game than the past 2 games is, yes, Exeter have already amassed a total of 35, but they've had quite a lot of attacks that have ended up coming out to nothing. Lucy Kirby's done excellent in defence, as well as Kia Hunter and Avery Capron that were on the court in the first quarter. Surprisingly though, we have seen it's been the attack that's not lived up to the standard that they've set themselves before. We spoke to a few players after the last game against Cardiff that we did live here on UOG Sport TV, and it was all about the individual mistakes and trying to cut them out, and I think so far a few of them have been eradicated. We have seen a few passes go astray on this near hand side especially, but as Gloss win the ball back there, as the umpire, I'm not too sure what he actually signalled for, but it's good to see Gloss have the ball back, and a ball down the line just about goes out for Exeter. Have a free pass towards the centre, who I believe is Amaya Harold. Again, that's a bit of a contentious call by the umpire there. I thought that was a Gloss ball. Even Patterson apparently passing it straight out of play, but I think there was a touch there from an Exeter player. But fair play to these 2 umpires. We've seen them all in all 3 games that we've done on UOG Sport TV. These 2 have done an excellent job. Stepping in as well, actually. The first game we had to change, and there's a change there of coming off, wing attack being changed. Timeout again there, situated by the umpire. Play on can continue. Some decent moves here by Gloss, but the ball is won back well. But Lucy Kirby in the correct position, cutting off the pass to the ever dangerous Liv Gunn. And not the best pass in the midfield, but on the edge of the white ring now, under the basket, and it has gone in for a 37th point for Exeter, 37-5 currently. Bit of movement there on the ball, so it's been given as a Gloss free throw. Where's the options out on this near hand side now, as Davies makes a space and wins it back excellently, as Alice Patterson just couldn't find. And on the sideline there, some stern words being given to the Gloss team. Instructions strong, try not to go over all the time. We have been seeing quite a few of these lobs, high passes go astray back to Exeter. as they've gone here on the angle. Just about gets in off the rim and goes round. 5.5 minutes left of the second quarter. Currently 5:38 to Gloss. Defensively, I don't want to say this too early, but defensively a lot better in terms of the scoreline in the second quarter, but another one goes in for Exeter. 5 minutes of this quarter left. That was their 15th point of the quarter. Currently not rivaling their 25 in the first. As another attack there for Gloss goes astray. To remind you, the lowest points they have scored this season is 12, which was 2 weeks ago away at Exeter. Playing the Gloss, playing Exeter back to back was never going to be nice. They have got 1 game left of this season as they travel to Bath in January. Bath trying to make it a perfect clean sweep, 10 out of 10 for wins and matches. We've seen funnier things in sport than a Gloss win, but Bath, an unbelievable team we've seen already this season in every game they've played. The only team that's wrapping close in any match so far has been this Exeter side. From Exeter only fell to a 3-point loss in a 44-47 match. Bit of unsurety of whose ball that was going to be, but the ball ran out. And it will be to Exeter. It's under the basket. It goes. And in for another point. 42-5 now to Exeter. I think the main point now for Gloss was just try and beat that 12 points scored in the fixture 2 weeks ago, as a few quick move passes gets them closer to the basket, but nothing able to. No defence able for Gloss. Still a lot of emotion and energy on this bench for Gloss, as Tia Davis has found excellently under the basket, and she's missed again, which is very surprising for her. We saw 2 weeks ago, sorry, 3 weeks ago, sorry, she was unbelievable under the basket. I think she only missed 4 shots in the whole match. Again, we have seen a mixed Gloss this season, as I mentioned in the first quarter. Sometimes we start very well against Hertfordshire, others against Cardiff we come on stronger in the third and fourth quarter. This hopefully will be one of the latter, where the girls are much stronger in the third and fourth quarter. There's 2 minutes remain of this first half. It's currently Gloss 5. Another basket makes that Gloss 5, Exeter 45. The lead is of 40 now. A few good moves there by Liv Bath, excellent pivoting. And she's missed a shot. I think that's her first miss properly of the game. Excellent defending there by Lucy Kirby, trying to stop what seemed to be a sure basket. During these games, I'm normally able to plug future live streams, but sadly we don't have any scheduled for next year so far. Hopefully we can arrange a few sports teams to be able to get a few of these games. I know futsal is starting up again soon. Last season's futsal we saw Gloss do unbelievable. I think it was a 7-1 win in the varsity, which was a clear win. I think Coach Mark Peplow has moved on now, as well as Ben Ware, who was assistant coach of that team, but hopefully we can see the girls win and show their skill again. But here in the netball, with 45 seconds of this quarter left to go. Netball unable to reach Tia Davies, but won back straight away by Gloss excellently in the opposition, in their attacking third. With 20 seconds left, hopefully Gloss can find a point to end the half. Tia Davies under the basket excellently, calmly puts in, I believe, her fifth of the game. With 5 seconds of the half left. Maybe one last chance for Gloss, but no, the time is going to run out. The buzzer goes, and currently at half-time here at Oxtel Sports Park for UOG Sport TV, it is University of Gloucestershire 6, University of Exeter 46. 40-point lead for the visitors here. A very strong team this is. Sadly, we haven't been able to see the best of what Gloss have to offer in attack so far, but defensively, again, 46 points seems a bit unfair on the defence, who have seemed much better than what we saw against Cardiff. But again, hopes are still high for in this half-time talk. If you are listening at home, thank you very much for joining us on UOG Sport TV for the third live stream. We were meant to live stream last week, but the game was cancelled on short notice for the Netball third team. That was a game, I believe, against Cardiff's fourth side. The first half dominated by one lady for the Exeter team, an unbelievable live gun under the basket. From afar as well, she's shown her range of shots. One thing that we do have to hope for in this second half coming up for Gloss is maybe being able to contain her a little bit better. We have seen her be contained excellently in that first quarter. She did get quite a lot of points, but for a spell in the first quarter, she couldn't get the ball at all, and Gloss had quite a decent bit of pressure on this extra defence that wasn't able to be capitalised on. Changes here for Gloucester as well. Lucy Kirby has been excellent in that first half coming off. Changes everywhere, I think maybe in position as well. Referee has blown her whistle and wants the players back on the court for the second half. For another half an hour of riveting netball action here at Oxtel Sports Park. I will say, if you do hear some footsteps, that's because the first 18 did steal my chair, so I'm having to stand up. I do think their job's a bit more important than mine, so fair enough to them. Gloss's battle cry again there at the end of the first quarter, completely drowning out an Exeter one, which is excellent to see. Despite being 40 points down in this first half, they're still up, they're still feeling it, and maybe, just maybe in the second half, we can probably capitalise on a bit of confidence and some exaggeration from this Exeter team. Straight away there, unbelievable from the centre, giving the ball straight away, but perfectly on cue. And I saw there's a push there, surely, in the middle of the court. And Gloss excellently working this out, unbelievable determination to keep the ball in and just coming off the rim there. That would have been an unbelievable start. It already is an unbelievable start for Gloss in this third quarter. The start of the second half, winning the ball back straight away and putting pressure on this Exeter team. The drive and determination wanted when you see a team down by quite a few points. I think we have just lost one of our cameras on this stream, I'm not too sure, but we do have the central camera there to keep up to date as the Vikings have come back to the second half. There's even more of them now. They also have pillaged a few more villages to add to their colony, or whatever you would call a Viking settlement. Despite it being a strong point of me at school, I didn't really do the Vikings. And I think me talking about Vikings just proves how excellent that Gloucester have been in this opening few minutes of this second half, just nullifying Exeter so far excellently. Getting on the scoreboard as well, having the only point of this quarter. As Tia Davies is here, and unbelievable from behind, and gets the ball for a free shot under the basket. And Gloss have their second point of the quarter, and currently lead this third quarter 2-0. Only if we could take that score as the final one. Liv Gunn there gives it to the goal attack, who I hopefully still believe is Hannah Phipps. Good work there in attack by Gloss, winning a free ball. Bit of physicality there from the goalkeeper to Tia Davies, which is giving it back well. Good on her. And that's the third point of the quarter for Gloss. 3-1 so far in this opening 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. Remember, they only scored 12 points 2 weeks ago down in Exeter. Exeter did get 78 on the scoreboard that day, so 4 more to see if we can beat 2 weeks ago. Always quite fun when you see 2 games in a row against the same opposition, because you can maybe see if one game was a fluke or not played the best. And I think quite a few of the wrongs from last fortnight are being righted here, despite the scoreline currently reading 9-47. I think defensively excellent so far by Gloss. The standards quite a lot higher as the ball is just gone out there, stretch, couldn't keep it in. Must say thanks to the Exeter bench who have given me the team sheet today. Haven't told me the bench, however, which is, you know, they have 4 on it. Well, that's live streaming sport, isn't it? We don't know everything all the time. As a few more people have entered Oxford Sports Park Arena, as Tia Davies is under the basket again, and it's gone in. Double digits now for Gloss on the scoreboard. And with the ball back at centre, hopefully a quick fire double, and ball just juggled there, having to give it back to Gloss. This game being played in the Premier Southern Division in the Bucks 2022-23 season. The other game going on today is the Welsh Derby, as Cardiff play Cardiff Met. Winner of that game will be, well, the loser of that game, shall I say, will be resided to 5th place in the table, unless Cardiff Met don't have a big enough swing. I think that's a definite possible in this game. I think a win of 10 or more points really for the Met would see them leapfrog their rivals. The bench there saying that some of the girls are occupying the same space as Exeter go to this near hand side. And that's been a theme of this game for Exeter as well, especially from Liv Gunn, getting into a shooting position but opting to add a few more passes to get closer to that basket for a definite point, as there she adds another one. 50 now on the scoreboard for Exeter. 51, shall I say, apologise. This is good attack here from Gloss, as collision from two of the Gloucester players doesn't damper the attackers. They do get a point from it. I think that highlights the point just screened from the bench saying that they are occupying the same space. Visionaries, these coaches. Completely visionaries. Bit of disbelief there from Tia Davies, who clearly that came off the Exeter goalkeeper, but it's been given as an Exeter ball. Bit more freedom for myself on commentary today. I can give a bit more opinion. Normally I get the excellent Ollie Darcy to give me his opinions on the game and I get to stick to the facts, but having to do both at the same time, I'm allowed to stray a bit of my own opinion into this now. Obviously, if you were here at Oxford Sports Park earlier, you would have missed a dampening loss, really. It was so close as the Netball second team lost 35-41 to Cardiff. They did lead in the first quarter. At half-time, the scores were level, but just coming ahead of them was Cardiff to take that tight win. Lost seconds do also currently sit bottom of their division as well. That include Bristol's third and fourth teams, Cardiff Met's third team, Cardiff University's fourth team and Swansea's fourth team. Sorry, Swansea's third team, should I say. And a win straight back there from Liv Gunn for Exeter. A bit different this game so far from what we've seen against Hertfordshire and against Cardiff. A bit more physicality in this game. We obviously like to see a bit of physical play on the court, but I think sometimes in this game it's almost a little bit spilled over. As another pass goes astray and it's given to Exeter with 6 minutes 45 of this third quarter remaining. It's Gloucestershire 11, Exeter 54. Normally we would have a wide array of sports available at Oxford for you to come down on a Wednesday, but currently there's a thick sheet of snow on both our rugby pitch and our hockey pitch. So indoor sports, I believe it's only netball that's allowed to play today here at UOG. There's still time if you're in the local areas to come down and maybe get the last quarter of this game in. Good entertainment so far for this netball team. Myself, having never watched a netball game before the start of this Bucks season, thoroughly enjoying watching this team from Gloss battle in every match they played. And again, that's been given to Exeter. That clearly came off a defender. It's Christmas, maybe the umpire's been on the eggnog already. Excellently keeping the ball in there for the basket. That equals what Gloss scored a fortnight ago in Exeter. As a sub for Gloss comes on. Alice Patterson coming on at wing defence. Came on in the first quarter as centre. Now at wing defence. That's been a strength of Gloss, to be fair, this season. Surely everyone's played everywhere. Missing two of their biggest and best players, Millie Pittaway and Jane Taylor, is obviously going to harm a team, especially when your attack is depleted. But Tia Davies in the past two matches have done excellently to fill the boots of two players that have been called up for England's university team. And here she is now, just hitting the back rim of the net of the basket. Exeter here losing the ball. Unbelievable defensive work there. Oh, a loud shout, a good girl has been shouted from the bench. It's been excellent. Despite the scoreline, the spirits have been high, and still they go on as Tia Davies a bit further away, again hitting the rim. It's not been her day so far. She shakes her head in disbelief that she's not been at her high standards that she normally has. Excellent by the centre there for Exeter, getting the ball almost 360 degrees, spinning behind herself to keep the ball in her left hand. But one again back by Gloss, and wins the ball, which is roused the crowd up excellently. Never say die in this Gloss team. That is one thing that this university never does when playing sport, is 100% for 100% of the time. Always. It is excellent for this university to see. On this near hand side now, Gloss to Tia Davies. Under the basket. 3 shots is missed. Second chance to get it in, and it's missed again there by Gloss. They've had the chances. They could easily have 25 points in this game, I personally think. And one straight back, but again the umpire giving Exeter the ball. Gun underneath the basket again. With 2.5 minutes of this third quarter left, it's 12:58. Exeter. Only 12 points scored so far for Exeter in this third quarter. 6 scored for Gloss. Already in this quarter, equaling the first half's tally, which in the second quarter was only 2 points, which was slightly less than what they thought they could do. Unlucky pass there in the middle. Despite it being inside, the weather is still freezing cold in here. I was wearing my hat in the first 2 quarters. I had to take that off because my hair was interfering with my microphone. As under the basket, having to hold my tongue there. I thought that was excellent defending by Gloss. But again, another point there for Exeter instead, who will take the restart from the centre. Ball out on that far hand side again to Exeter. Seems that every time the ball goes off the court, it's going to Exeter no matter who got the last touch on this. And there's a miss there by Liv Gunn, who a smile in almost disbelief that she's finally missed a shot. But the rebound goes in with 25 seconds of this third quarter left. Can Gloss get that last chance? No. Excellent defending there from, I believe, it's Rachel Fee. The netball team here with 6.4 seconds of the clock left. I'll tell you the story in the fourth quarter, as that's another point on the board for Exeter. Just going to do some maths here. So that was 6 points scored in that quarter for Gloss. 25 plus 21 is 46. 16 for Exeter. They have been going down on their points. 25 in the first quarter, 21 in the second, 16 in the third. point tallies are getting closer. As I say, in this division as well, we've got the Cardiff derby going on. Just trying to get the score for this from this Cardiff match so far. No update from that game so far, but Cardiff's second team did beat Swansea's first team in their fixture. As more changes are happening for Gloss. For the final quarter, we see Lucy Kirby getting ready to be goal defence now. Again, only 1 point needed for Gloss to beat the tally what they got a fortnight ago against the same opposition. Bit more of a measured team talk here for Gloss from what we saw at half-time, which it was a lot tactical and it's a bit more calm and leisurely, will I say, in this. Just trying to tweak a few things for this final quarter, which, as we've seen the scores go, possibly could be Gloss's. And if it is, I'm going to say it's last quarter wins. The first half wasn't too good for Gloss here, but that third quarter definitely turned at a corner there. Have had a few misses under the basket from Tia Davies, who was practicing her shooting away from the team talk, has been for the entirety of this breaking quarter. Surprisingly, she has missed a few today, considering her excellent form against Hertfordshire and against Cardiff. See if they can rile up the crowd for the final quarter of this match. I think we knew in the first opening 6 or 7 minutes of this match that the result may have been out of reach, but pride is always on the line for this team. They have a load of pride in themselves. They have determination, everything you want from a sports person, this team gives you. And as Exeter missed the opening chance of the quarter, but the rebound goes in. Maybe, hopefully, a bit of respite for the Gloss defence as Liv Gunn has come off for this final quarter. Excellent job so far today. She is currently now with the scorers. As I didn't mention during the break, Lucy Kirby is back on the court. We have seen her so far in the first 2 quarters play as the goalkeeper, but now she's in goal defence, so moved a little bit up the pitch, shall we say. Positive play here from Exeter, shall I say. I was about to say Gloss, but the ball was lost and Exeter on the attack straight away. I will say now, this is the time during the game I normally do a bit of promotion for the university. Unbelievable university, Gloss, here at Gloss. Whether you are based in Gloucestershire or like myself and most of the TV crew that are giving you this live stream today in Cheltenham. Both places, lovely place to live, as I have lived in both. And I will say that the facilities, no matter where you are, on any campus, whether that be Park Campus, Oxtall's here, Pittville, unbelievable. Whether that's a lecture room, a radio studio, a football pitch, or just student accommodation, it's an unbelievable place to be. And as I'm 2.5 years into my time here UOG. The opportunities never stop, no matter where you are. And that is the basket that we all wanted to see. Gloss on 13 points now. That means they have beaten what they got in their last match. Defensively, probably going to have to do a bit better to keep the score under 78. But the first quarter of 25 was a damning reconcile on this match. Davies working the ball nicely into the semicircle. That's another point there for Gloss. Once again, we thank you for tuning into UOG Sport TV. If you are at home, you know that nearing this festive period, if you are a university student, you'll definitely have some outstanding assignments you're leaving to the last minute. So watching this, well, instead of doing maybe a dissertation, may not be the best thing, but hopefully you're enjoying your time here. It's excellent defending there by Gloss. Positivity in this final quarter here. As the attack, the ball is given to Gloss. Possibly a long shot. That is an unbelievable shot there. Personally thought that there was minimal chance of getting a point, but again, Gloss coming out the blocks well with 3 points in this first quarter, 4 points in this first quarter. The final quarter seemingly being owned to Gloss here. Tia Davies getting that one in, 2 in a row for Tia Davies now. Surely that break just to be by herself, practice a few shots during the mid-quarter stoppage. It's done her well so far. Unlucky there as a jump from Lucy Kirby, just not enough to put off the Exeter attack. But good movement here from Gloss as on the edge of the third there with Lucy Kirby. Starting attack, and there's Tia Davies under the basket, leaning backwards, just hitting the rim. But it has gone back to Gloss. Can they get the ball back to Tia Davies? They definitely can. It's another miss for the goal shoot. Once again, if you're just tuning in, you might notice that all the Gloss players are wearing red ribbons in their hair. That is to support the sad passing of University of Notts lacrosse player Honor Edwards, who sadly passed away at the age of 20. It's good to see the sport community, the Bucks community, university community all coming together in the moment of sadness. I'm afraid for University of Gloucester, sadly. But to be fair, 16 points already in this match with 9 minutes to play. Pretty decent, to be fair, considering the last fortnight's thrashing, shall I say, to Exeter. A far way to go to come up against an opposition of this quality. Now maybe trying to get a little bit more momentum. We did see a few games this season Gloss die out towards the end of matches, but then they have yo-yo between that and being the better team in some of the games in the final few quarters, and you could definitely say they've definitely improved since the half-time. This third quarter they look good as well already. Third quarter looked excellent, fourth quarter looking much better than the opening half. So come forward here. There's a lot of space, 4 of them in attack for Exeter, and a touch there. Excellent work in defence. And the ball has been given to Exeter. Have to admit, I don't know what that was for, to be honest with you. Nothing looked a fray in the game. Ball given to Gloucester. Exeter there in the centre circle. One back excellently by Gloss, forcing the error there. And I believe that was over the middle third to give the ball back to Exeter. From the sidelines, the shouts to step up to the defence and middle third of the team. Nice play out on this near hand side. Quick short passes back to the goal keep. And Lucy Kirby over to the centre, and that's nice play. Oh, that was good. Good work, but all round, good defence, but it fell straight to the Gloss player to put it into an excellent, put it into the basket. Score with 5.5 minutes, just over 5.5 minutes of this final quarter remaining. 17-72. Gloss, surely Gloss may have a chance to get 20 points. As I said, their lowest points totals of this season was a fortnight ago, as that's an unbelievable shot by Tia Davies. Back to what we know she can play like. As I say, the lowest 12 points, then it was 21 on the opening day against Hertfordshire. Hopefully, is there enough time in that 5 minutes to get 4 more points? Personally, I believe so, and that's more great defending there by Gloss to win the ball back. Contact there. A lot more contact calls being called up in the open in this game than what we've seen in the first 2. Possibly a tactic recognised by Exeter. They seem to have the physical advantage on this team, but Gloucestershire have done well not to be bullied by seemingly a tactic deployed only by what I've seen Exeter play. The centre falling over there, not always the best thing, but a free shot would be for Tia Davies. A bit further out than what she wanted, but she's excellent and she scores them anyway. Four minutes of this quarter of the game left, and it's 19-72 to Exeter. Almost kept in there on the far hand side. Hopefully you do see there is a decent quadrant of spectators in Oxdales today. Some lying on the floor despite plenty of seats being available, but each to their own. And another point added to the tally there for Exeter, who possibly have taken their foot a little bit off the gas in the second half. We have seen possibly a few changes made in this Exeter side, but saying that, it's been a strong, especially third and fourth quarter for Gloss. 3 minutes left. Let's see if Gloss can possibly hold on and not concede 5 points. That would mean they would have conceded less and scored more than they did a fortnight ago in Exeter. But Exeter coming on strong now, possibly for a third unanswered point. Contact given there actually seemed far away from any possible contact. "115 seconds of the game remaining. Possibly one or two chances left for Gloss to get into that 20-point zone. The ball won back here by Gloss. Well, as we near this game, I think it's fair enough to say that Exeter are an unbelievable unit at many sports. Netball is definitely one of them. If you go back to the last academic year, I think in almost every sportswoman and societal award given out at their uni, Netball had a nominee somewhere. Rach Fee was definitely up for Sportswoman of the Year last year, and she was excellent in the opening half when she was on the pitch. She did change position though to a possibly unfamiliar goal defence, as she did start as a goalkeeper. 90 seconds of the game left. It's been one hell of a joy to bring you the live streams with UOG TV. Sadly, we haven't been able to see a Gloucestershire win, but hey ho, played well in a few of these games. I think there's a lot to learn on. Again, we go to varsity in a few months' time. The grunge match between us and Worcester. The most important thing about this season. Realistically, Bucks is always nice. There's a cup run as well after the winter break, but varsity is always one of the big ones that we want to win. Timeout again. Something's been up with this Exeter team. Their position's been falling off for left, right and centre of this game, especially the goal attack. Possibly need some more adhesive stickers from Wilkinson's. With 33 seconds left, the score is 77 on the board for Exeter. 1 point would almost be heartbreaking. And good defending there to try and keep it down. Another timeout for... not too sure. 20 seconds left. Exeter are under the basket. And the point has been scored. So they have equalled what they did a fortnight ago, but can Gloss get that final point? Tia Davies a bit physical there, but hey ho. That's full time here at Oxtal Sports Park in the Netball Premier Southern Division. UOG 19, University of Exeter 78. Thank you very much for watching here on UOG TV. Hopefully we'll be able to see you past Christmas time with a few more live streams. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy your Christmas.